Hey guys, so I decided that I was going to do a storytime video. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube doing them, and so I decided I would make one because it seemed really fun and I like watching them. So I don't have too many really crazy or entertaining stories that I can think of, but I do have one from high school. And I wasn't a bad kid. I didn't get into a lot of trouble or anything, but I do have this story, so I'm sure some people will think that it's bad, but it wasn't that bad. It was my friend's 17th birthday, I believe. I think we were juniors in high school. Yeah. She was having a sleepover for her birthday, and we had, I can't remember how many girls we had there, maybe 5 staying the night, and we had it planned that we were going to TP the basketball coach's house. And we were pretty pumped about it. We were excited. There was a lot of people that didn't like him. I really had no thoughts towards it. I just thought it would be fun to do. So I was like, sure, I'll do it. So we go to her house and everybody's just hanging out, just regular sleepover stuff. And her mom shows us all of the toilet paper ready to go. And I'm telling you, it was like huge, like Sam's Club things, like seriously, like just so much toilet paper. I was like, this is going to take us forever to get through. So by the time it was time to go, I think we left at like midnight, and she lived like 30 minutes away from where the coach lived that we were going to TP. And so I think it was midnight, and by that time pretty much everyone had chickened out but us. And one other girl said she would come and be the lookout and she would drive the car. So we drive all the way out there, and we each had 2 huge black trash bags full of toilet paper. I mean, just like as big as we are. And so we drive out there, and he lived down this long dirt road, pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there was houses around, but it wasn't like a neighborhood per se. And she says, oh, well, we should just park a little bit far away so he doesn't hear us like getting out of the car and stuff. So she's like, so we drive and drive. She's like, we'll just park right here. And the girl that's like supposed to be keeping watch is like, okay, I'll stay in the car. So I'm thinking, oh, it's just going to be like maybe like 100 yards or something. No, he literally lived like 2 miles from where we parked the car. So it's the middle of the night. We're carrying 2 huge trash bags full of toilet paper, and we're running down this dirt road 2 miles to his house. And down the dirt road, we had to walk past our principal's house. We walked past a cop's house. And I remember we were freaking out because the cop's dog was barking like crazy. And we're like, oh my gosh, because this is not just like a dirt road someone would be driving down at midnight. Like, it's weird if someone's just coming down there. So we're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do if he comes out there? And here we are just running down the road with 2 huge bags of toilet paper. So finally, we get to his house, and we just start throwing the rolls. And we pretty much only did it over his tree in his front yard and over the grass because we were afraid to get too close to his house, like by the window. We didn't know where his bedroom would be, and so we were afraid to get too close. So we went just, I mean, so many rolls of toilet paper. Just, I mean, it literally took us so long. I thought, oh my gosh, we're never going to get through all these rolls. This is taking forever. And I've never TP'd a house before, so I didn't really know how long it was going to take. So, the longer and longer we're doing it, the more nervous we're getting. Like, oh my gosh, what if he hears us because we're laughing? What if he just happens to look outside, or he's still awake? We were freaking out. So we finally got all of the toilet paper thrown over there. And we took off. We started running all the way back to the car, past the cop's house, past the principal's house, down this dirt road in the middle of the night, which was pretty eerie and creepy. There was just like chicken houses around, and it was pretty far between each house. And it was getting pretty scary out there just because like our anxiety was high from everything going on. And so we finally got back to the car, was so out of breath, and the girl that came with us to be the lookout was asleep in the car, which not like she could really look out anyway. She was like 2 miles away. So we laughed and laughed like, oh my gosh, I wish we could see his face. I can't wait to see how he reacts to this. And we went home, and okay, so then I'm pretty sure some people that were there told him that it was us. And I wasn't on the basketball team or anything. And there was no real proof that it was us besides like, oh, they said this and they said that. Plus it really had nothing to do with school. So like what really could they do at school? A little while later, we mysteriously get ISS, which if you don't know what that is, it's in-school suspension, which for us was at a different school, and you're there all day long, and you can't talk, and you can't do anything but homework all day long. That's it. Nothing. And I've never gotten it before. I didn't even get detention. Like, I didn't get in trouble. But I got this. And it was for just the dumbest reason, just the most random thing. So I'm pretty sure that they found out it was us and couldn't do anything. And so the first thing they found that they could, like, get us in trouble for, they did because of that. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but that's always been my theory. So there you go. There is my story time story from high school. And again, I wasn't a really bad kid, but I was a prankster. I like doing things like that, like playing jokes on my teacher. That was fun to me. We didn't tell anybody until like after we graduated high school. Then we're like, oh yeah, that was us. We did that. And so that's been like 6 years ago actually. So hopefully all hard feelings are gone if they happen to see this. And I don't condone TPing coaches or principals' houses, but that's what we did when we were 17. So I hope you enjoyed the story. Maybe you got a laugh out of it. Maybe you think I'm a horrible person. Oh well. If you like us, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe and share us to your friends. If you think this was a funny story, share it around. Bye.